Hi, this is Adam Smith, Head of Engineering at Beta Acid. Today we're going to learn enough to be dangerous about servers. So far in our series, we've been taking a look at this hypothetical pet store called Pets R Us and the different IT components that they might use. In my opinion, the most important part to any business's IT is the data. So we started looking at databases, but now we're going to move on to servers. A server might sound complicated or fancy, but in essence, it's just a computer that receives requests from some other computer and returns a response. That's all it really is at its core. There's all different types of servers. A web server is a very simple example. When you visit a web page and it returns images and CSS files and HTML, that's typically done via a web server. Application server can be a little bit more sophisticated. It can perform logic and call out to other servers and eventually return a response to you. A database is another type of server. So you store your database on a server and different applications or clients can call into that database. A mail server is another common example. That's something we can use to get or receive our emails. So you can see there's different types of servers, and there's plenty more than this as well. Oftentimes you'll hear about the client server pattern, and it might sound a little fancy, but all it means is you have a client, in this case, our mobile phone, and a server, and the phone reaches out and makes a request. The arrow from the phone to the server is a request, and then the server will process that request and send back some kind of information in a response in this direction, and there you go. That's the client server pattern. It's just a request and a response. There are really two main types of operating systems you'll see for servers. There's Linux, represented by this penguin, and there's Windows. Most startups today will be using Linux. It's free, it's open source, and it can be hosted anywhere. Windows servers are typically used by enterprises that use Microsoft products. So we are going to be taking a look at both of these in this portion of the series. In our minds, we often picture servers to be in a huge room racked up with all different types of lighting and fancy equipment. But in essence, it could be as simple as a little Raspberry Pi, something on a chip like this that has a connection to the internet. It could be a Mac Mini like I'm working on right now if you connected it to the internet and set up your software properly. Typically, however, it will be a rackable computer. So this is rackable just means something that you can stick into a rack and wire together with others. And once you do that, once you rack them up, you'll see something like this. That's it. We're going to stop here today. I wanted to just share a high-level overview of servers. We're going to get more into the operating systems. We're going to get more into how they interact with clients. But I wanted to start at this level to show that it's really not that scary. It's really just a computer that processes information and sends back a response. Thanks.